Hi there, welcome back to Duisburg-Essen TV. I'm Ben Jones. The Economic Sentiment Index for both the Euro area and Germany was released today, with both going in different directions. On the line to analyse these figures, I have Ansgar Belke from the University of Duisburg-Essen. So Ansgar, we've had both the German ZEW and European Economic Sentiment released. Firstly, looking at the German figure, it's dropped lower once again, continuing the downtrend to 29.8. Why is this?
I think we have to first look at a technical aspect that we had a very mild winter, and this is of course a weather effect in terms of exaggerating the first quarter. So this is a little bit weakening, of course, in statistical terms of new figures. The second one is the ECB's new interest rate decisions and in general on monetary policy. What we see is a kind of financial repression of the German saver, and it's not quite clear how very low interest rates may impact on him. On the one hand, he has now more income to consume, but on the other hand, if he's going for target saving for his old age, there will be less consumption. So the pattern is that current expectations are going up and expected ones are going down. This is a typical pattern related to a one-time monetary policy impact. In the short run, there are positive effects, but in the long run, you can check for less reforms or rely on less reforms in Southern Europe, and this is bad for German exporters.
Now, the European economic sentiment has unexpectedly gone up to 58.4. Can you explain some of the reasons behind this, and what impact has the ECB rate change had on this figure?
So, in general, the rescue policies of the ECB let southern countries profit by lower external value of the euro and by raising also the expectations of a further quantitative easing. The ECB has raised expectations to do this, of course, after they have gone for their policies of the banking stress tests. You cannot do a quantitative easing policy before a banking stress test, but maybe you could do it afterwards, and there are strong signals that this will be done. So this might have a permanent effect on the European economic sentiment.
And finally, later in the week there will be Euro area consumer confidence released. This figure has remained below zero for a while, but it's creeping closer to being positive once again. What's impacting this, and how long until you think we'll see positive consumer confidence in the euro area?
One important aspect in the short run is, which might stimulate consumption further, is that there is the insight that the negative interest rate won't be passed through by banks on consumer credit. Why is this? This is because banks are quite reliant on refinancing by consumers' deposits, so they would not dare to increase interest rates, but in the long run, of course, consumption demand is not so much dependent on the interest rate, but on labor market developments and other fundamental factors. Look at the South. Extremely low interest rates are meant to stimulate private consumption as well, because money is in the savings account does not deliver any sensible yield anymore. But if unemployment stays high and there is no confidence in the future, also the mechanism of lower interest rates would not take effect on consumption anymore.
Ansgar, thank you very much for joining me today. That's all from me for now. Keep clicking back to Duisburg-Essen TV throughout the rest of the week though, as we have plenty more updates and exclusive interviews for you. Goodbye.